Well gamers, it finally happened. We finally got the Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Direct, and I think I can speak for everyone when I say that was a frickin' amazing show. The Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be a huge upgrade from the original Nintendo Switch. So many new features, improved visuals and audio, regular Switch games getting upgraded, some with brand new content. But not only did we get a deeper look at the hardware itself, we also got tons of new game announcements as well. So today, I wanted to go over my top 5 favorite Nintendo Switch 2 announcements from the latest Nintendo Direct. This list will be entirely based on how personally excited I am for these upcoming titles. So without further ado, let's go! One thing that kind of surprised me about this Nintendo Direct is that we didn't see a traditional Zelda title of any kind. Instead, what we got was another Warriors game, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Remember Age of Calamity, how that was a prequel to Breath of the Wild? Well, Age of Imprisonment is basically that, but for Tears of the Kingdom. In Tears of the Kingdom, we got to see Zelda trapped in the past, and she had to team up with the first king of Hyrule in order to stop Ganondorf. And Age of Imprisonment seems like it's gonna flesh out that story a bit more. I've had some good fun with the other Warrior titles. They can feel a bit mindless and repetitive at times, but it can be insanely fun to mow down ginormous hordes of enemies, and the amount of characters at your disposal does help freshen things up. I really hope since we're on more powerful hardware, Age of Imprisonment will actually run decently. If you've played Age of Calamity, then you'll know the performance can be rough at times, so here's hoping that won't be as big of an issue this time around. While I definitely would have preferred a new traditional Zelda title, or hell, even a remake of an old game, I'm very excited to see how this game turns out. Nintendo has a lot of really obscure games in their catalog, with one of them being from the GameCube called Kirby Air Ride, a Kirby-themed racing game that's super fast-paced and uses copy abilities as items. I've never played the game myself, but I've seen others play it and say it was really good. In fact, many people consider it to be a hidden gem of the GameCube. So when 20 years later, a sequel to the game is announced, Kirby Air Riders, being directed by Masahiro Sakurai himself, I was definitely intrigued. We didn't see any gameplay or really anything other than it's coming this year, so I'm not entirely sure what to think of this game yet, but I think the main reason I'm excited is because over the years, I've become somewhat of a Kirby fan myself. The Nintendo Switch 1 is where I got my first taste of what Kirby had to offer, and I've really enjoyed a ton of his games over the past few years. So even though we didn't see much of this game, I'm still very excited for Kirby Air Riders, and I'm very curious to see what this series is all about. Okay, so this next one isn't exactly a game announcement, but I just had to talk about it because it is so damn cool. Over the years, the Nintendo Switch Online service has gotten pretty good since it launched. We started off with just NES and SNES games, then we got N64 and Sega Genesis games, then we got Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, and now, at long last, we finally got Nintendo GameCube games for Nintendo Switch Online. I wasn't even sure if we'd ever get this considering how much Nintendo has disregarded the GameCube in the past, but now we're finally getting it, and we're getting it right when the Switch 2 launches. We have 3 games that will kick off the GameCube library at launch: The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, and F-Zero GX. I've only played Wind Waker out of these 3, so I'm very excited to check these other games out. Of course, we'll have other games coming down the line like Mario Sunshine, Fire Emblem, Chibi Robo, and others, and we can even play online for some of these games as well. Dude, that will be so awesome. Imagine something like Mario Kart Double Dash online. Oh, that would be the dream. So yeah, I'm so happy we're finally getting GameCube titles as part of Switch Online. Now it's time for DS and Wii games, please! I'm a Nintendo fan. I'll never stop complaining. You know what's funny? I made a video not that long ago about Donkey Kong Country, and in it, I talked about how Nintendo was ignoring Donkey Kong and wanted nothing to do with that franchise. Boy, was I wrong, because to close off the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, we got a trailer for Donkey Kong Bonanza, a new 3D platformer starring Donkey Kong. I had heard rumors about a 3D Donkey Kong game being in the works, but I didn't believe it until now. First off, I can't get over how visually gorgeous this game looks. This world feels so alive, with so much personality. I know I'm not the only one to make this comparison, but DK's new design looks like it took a lot of cues from the Super Mario movie. I really like the design and how expressive DK is in this game. The gameplay looks really fun. Seeing Donkey Kong absolutely obliterate everything around him, the way he climbs up walls and rolls all over the place, I knew that Donkey Kong was really powerful, but he is on a completely new level going off this trailer. We also get a brief look at a 2D level similar to Donkey Kong Country, and I wonder if this means there will be other 2D levels in the game as well. After years of no brand new Donkey Kong game, we were definitely overdue for this, and I'm very curious to see what else this game has in store. As cool as some of the other announcements were, there was simply no topping this one. That's right, the best announcement of the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct was easily Mario Kart World. This trailer was everything. Every second there was something new to see, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, where do I even begin? The game has a new art style, and it's simply beautiful. The way the characters look kinda reminds me of the old models from the N64 days, and I think it looks cool. Speaking of characters though, holy shit! This game has so many playable characters. You can play as the goddamn Moo Moo Meadows cow. That's nuts! And each character has their own costumes to equip as well. We also got tons of new gameplay additions shown off as well. 24-player races, grinding on rails and walls, having your cart change into a boat or a plane based on the track layout, and of course, we got a look at several new tracks that will be in this game. The tracks we've seen so far look amazing, and the fact that they're all connected via an open world that you can freely explore is absolutely insane. Again, there is just so much here, and I want to play all of it this very second. But no, I still have to wait a little bit longer. But even still, this was easily the best part of the Direct, and is the game I'm most looking forward to on Nintendo Switch 2. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then make sure to give it a like, and let me know down in the comments what your favorite Nintendo Switch 2 announcement was. Also, make sure to subscribe so you can see more videos like this in the future. Have a great day, stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next one.